Welcome, I'm Graydon, and this is BINBUSTER, where I buy, watch, and review budget bin movies for you. Today's movie is called The Finale. Literally, that's the title of Ip Man 4, The Finale. I know what you're saying. That box is not Ip Man 4. There's no big gold number 4 on it. I have it in my collection. I just wanted to use this box to tell you guys a little something. If you guys are like me and have a lot of movies and don't want to waste up space with a series, this movie is actually a 4 movie collection in one DVD case. I mean, they have it right there. There's the 4 DVDs. Yeah, they have them stacked on top of each other. I don't really care for it that way, but we're watching Ip Man 4. Every time I reference a movie, I'm going to hold it up like I normally do. Yeah. Just like usual, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and my thoughts and ratings after I give you a brief synopsis. But considering this is the last one, I'm also going to give you guys my thoughts on the overall franchise and my rating for the overall franchise as well. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully this doesn't go too long. The year is 1964. Ip Man encounters racial discrimination after traveling to the United States to seek a better life. That's literally the synopsis. Kind of on the back of the box. I kind of just took that one straight back from the box. However, it mentions his son. That's going to be something in a little bit. His son doesn't go with him to America. I'll get to that in a moment in my bads, but he doesn't go with him to America. Just remember that. Some goods. We see Ip's school. It's flourishing. A guy named Billy comes in. He's one of Bruce Lee's students from America. He comes in and wants to give Ip a ticket, a book, and a plane ticket to Bruce Lee's karate tournament in San Francisco. He does this, and during the meantime, as he's learning this, we see that Ip Chung, his youngest son, which we don't know, but I did my research, the oldest son died shortly before the events of this movie, so that's why he's not mentioned here at all. So that's why he's not mentioned, if you're wondering. Ip gets in Cheng, I'm going to call him Cheng because that's what Ip calls him. Cheng gets in trouble at school. Again, gets in another fight, is about to be expelled. While at the hospital, the doctor's fixing up all his scratches and cuts and everything, Ip finds out that the doctor went to America to learn to become a doctor, and it straightened him out. He was like Cheng was, but it straightened him out. It has this idea about bringing him to America to scope it out to see if it's worth him coming in, to straighten him out in America. Good luck with that. Ip Chung is a normal teenager and wants to be like his dad. He wants to teach martial arts. He doesn't need school and doesn't want to go to America to go to school because he wants to teach martial arts. Like his dad. Doesn't want to do anything, like most teenagers do. This plays into the movie as well with the Tai Chi masters in San Francisco's own daughter. I'll get to that in a moment. When Ip's there in America, he needs a letter from the Chinese government to state that his son is able to come to school there. Kind of like a little thing so he can get a student visa so he can go to school. So the Chinese Bureau of America or something like that, I forget what it's called, but the initials are CBA, are there, and then you see all these heads sitting around a table of all the kung fu masters. All of them, even a lady's there. They sit there and they go, well, in order for you to do this, you need to drink this tea and become one of us. Respect us, respect everything we teach, and by becoming one of us, will say yes to your son coming here. He refuses, he just wants a letter. Okay. They want him to denounce Bruce Lee as a student because Bruce Lee is teaching Westerners, like people like you and me, Kung Fu. And they can't have that. They can't learn Chinese martial arts. That's their thing. They can't learn it. They don't want him. They don't want us to learn it. So they go about that. There's a table where they just move There's a part of the table that rotates around, kind of like a lazy Susan. It rotates, and him and Ip are just using the palm of their hands by doing it. As they hit it to stalemate it, the table starts cracking. Shows you how strong these two guys are. After that, we see Ip and Bruce at the diner. Well, what we see then is the flashes back to some exhibition of Bruce during his exhibition that he's doing, that Ip got a ticket for. So they're talking there. These students come in, and then students of these other guys come in, and they start wanting to fight, so they fight. This fight scene is so beautiful, all the lights, and how it's like blues and oranges and yellows just in the background is amazing. It's a very beautiful fight scene. Colors, the choreography. Yes, choreography, because these fights are too fast to capture on camera, so they have to use choreography for them. It was over the top fights, like number 3. The fights actually made sense of what they were doing in this film, from my point of view, in my head. It wasn't like number 3 where it's fight, every other scene. After this, the group that's there calls Bruce Lee a fake. The masters in America don't like Bruce Lee. Like I said, he wrote a book teaching them. Shouldn't we use Kung Fu? And it goes, shouldn't we use Chinese Kung Fu the way to eliminate bias between us? Win or lose, shouldn't we just do it? Isn't that what Kung Fu is about? It is kind of on the right point in this. If we have similarities, we're not all that very much different. I like movies. You guys watching this, you guys like movies too. You guys might like Ip Man. I like Ip Man. So, hey, we share some common ground. So look at that. Okay. As he does this, we see that the INF shows up at the Tai Chi Master's studio for illegal immigration, that he's illegally bringing people in and doing it. We find out that this Tai Chi Master, while this is happening, his daughter got in a fight with these girls at school, this girl and these boys at the school. Ip sees this, goes to protect her, and they slam an iron gate right on his hand, like right here. So that plays a part in the movie where he has to fight with one hand at one point in the movie, and he also fights. You could tell it's bothering him. Well, the premise of this is, during this whole Bruce Lee fight, the American Marines are learning karate, so they could be strong and fight. Karate is a fighting thing. And one of the Chinese guys said, what about Wing Chun? What about Chinese martial arts? And, oh, that's weak. So it's a whole thing of, oh, we're going to beat you down, we beat you down. The one soldier goes to his higher ranking than his captain is, or gunnery sergeant was higher ranking than him, tells him about this, and the guy goes, yeah, go videotape. Well, the master of the Marines shows up and beats down all the masters. Ip shows up, and he beats him down. He videotapes it. Long story short, let's put it that way. I'm stumbling over my words right now. It's 9 minutes into this video. I'm already stumbling over my words. But anyways, they do that, and he beats each one of them. And right now, with that, Ip comes in and Ip beats him on video, and it's there. Throughout the course of it, Ip goes, they want to learn Chinese martial arts in the military, and Ip goes in and he beats the gunnery sergeant to the point where the gunnery sergeant is taken to med bay. Movie's over. Ip calls his son. His son doesn't want to talk to him. The guy he has looking after his son tells him, your dad's on the phone. You got to talk with him. Your dad's dying of cancer. So Cheng calls on him and says he's sorry. Ip says he's coming home. He comes home. His son wants to learn it. So he's teaching him the wooden stakes and everything. And then we go into a sequence from the previous movies into this movie, which is a montage of his life. And then we see Bruce Lee walking up to Ip's casket. And that's how he dies. The bad Not to mention the older son. Like I said earlier, he died before the movie. He died before the year 1963. So this is why he's not mentioned. I mentioned it in my last one. You can see that one here. If has cancer, he shouldn't be smoking. You have cancer, you shouldn't be smoking. That's my thought process on that. However, this movie actually gets me at 4-star rating. Yes, like the first two, I could have done without the third one, but this one gives it a 4-star. So overall, it's an enjoyable movie. It's an enjoyable series. The entire series, I got 4 stars, 4 stars, that's 12. 4 stars, yeah, that's 4 stars. 15, divide that by 4, that's about 3.5. The entire franchise is about 3.5 stars. Think about that, a 3.5 star franchise. On all 4 movies are 3.5 star franchise. You can't say that about Iron Man. You can't say that about Thor. You can't say that about a lot of modern day movies. But this one is just that. It's a modern day Marvel, just like Imp. He's a modern day Marvel. And that gives me 3.5 stars. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Comment down below. What's your favorite 4th movie in a franchise? If it's Fast and Furious, you better say it's none of them. Other than the first one. Maybe Tokyo Drift. But what's your favorite 4th movie? And as always, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that bell notification for more videos like this. I have a new one coming up this Friday. If you hit the bell notification, you'll be notified when it comes up. And I always do movie reviews like this every Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, I'm Graydon. This has been Buster. Have a good night. Make it a movie night. And remember, when you see that bin, even in Tai Chi and Wing Chun, you need to dive right in.